Well, guys, with this wonderful weather, I thought I was going to be working on the building. I set out that way this morning. I went to take the garbage cans in, and lo and behold, I looked at the drain way in the front of the building. We're in the back of the building now, but way in the front of the building, I have a drain. Back up one step. I put in perimeter drains on this building a couple of years ago. The house had them done when we built the house. Great. And I would say every house I've ever worked on, I'm sure it's every house built, should have perimeter drains in around the foundation. That just takes the water away from the foundation. The drier you can keep it, the more water away from it. If it does freeze that deep, there's no chance of it shifting. You always want to keep your foundation as dry as you can. Plus, it gives a more stable foundation because it's not wet and things aren't underwashed and whatnot. So anyhow, and perimeter drains is just white hose in it, white pipe like that. I put 4 inches perforated with holes, and you cover it with stone. You put fabric over it so dirt doesn't get into it. And if you go back some videos about 2 or 3 years ago, you can check I did that. In the house place, it was done when it was built. Great. So you have to drain that water somewhere, and there's several different ways. Some people dig giant deep pits and they put stone in it. Our water table's so high that would be hard to do. I just opened them. I had room to do it, and we've done it with the rock well here. Was actually done by the engineer. We have a little rock separator wall between the mound and the building, and it way over there, if you can see, there's a little clump of grass. That's where it dead ends out into the open. It's just groundwater. And so anyhow, I went to take the garbage out, or bring in the cans this morning. Sure enough, I look down and go, oh, looks like there's some grass or mud in the hole where I dead ended in front of the building. Goes into the ditch. Oh my God, it's covered all the way in. I don't know how the dirt washed back into it. It shouldn't have. I don't know if we had that much rain this fall and it went in, because it's got slope to it. I've checked. I know it's got slope to that pipe. It should be draining out. Instead, it's got dirt in it, and I know I put fabric over and everything. So anyhow, so I decided this has got to be done because we're going to have snow in 2 days. And it'll freeze, and that'll be the end of that one. And if you can't drain the water, we're good at putting all the pipes in. So I brought out the hose. I shoved it up in the pipe, and man, I went all the way in with the pipe. I went up to the building, so I know I got in a good 15, 20 feet. And mud came out for a good chunk of it. So I washed it out, cleaned it out, and I cleaned the end out and made sure I shoveled all the dirt away so it had good drainage at the end of the pipe. Which of course got me thinking, I haven't checked these back here. I probably should. I found this one because I knew where I put it. This is the one that goes to this corner of the building. There's 3 of them I got. I couldn't do one from the far corner, but I got one from this corner down, one from the far corner out to the ditch, and one from the far front corner out to the ditch. And they all connect together, but still, they 3 drain points. I found this one. This one wasn't too buried. I knew roughly where I had put it. But I hadn't checked in a long while, and the grass was growing right to the top of it over. So I started digging, and you can see my little mess here I had to make now, but you can see how deep. And I had actually channeled this or tunneled this once a couple of years ago, but you can see it just kind of filled in over time. So there I am playing, and I still got to do a little more because that pipe should be dry. You can see it's still got water. Partway in, halfway up, not quite half inch in, whatever. Anyhow, that should be dry, should be out of the ground. So I got to do a little deeper all the way along, but the problem is the land does not slope that much. It slopes very gently, and you got to make sure it's got slope all the way along. And then I went to find the house one. I forgot where I put that one. That was hard to find. It took me a good hour to find it. Luckily it had no mud in it, but you couldn't find it. The end was all clogged up, so I had to dig it out. And I washed it out and cleaned it out, and it goes up like it, just perimeter drains around the house and comes down here. And again, you can see I had to dig out. It was completely full. I mean, just the end was completely blocked. I mean, the pipe was luckily not full, but sure wasn't draining. So I dug these out so it can drain. So anyhow, that's my excitement. But of course, let's see if I can flip my cameras here. And camera. I really thought I should show you guys. I was trying to cut some roots that were going through my little canal, and of course my hand with the axe. Nice, clean. So I'm kind of covered, splattered. told everybody I can give myself a facial, that's all. But, that's my biggest problem in life. But, just one of those jobs you don't think you're doing. Thought I was going to be working on the house all day, trying to beat the weather, trying to get the rest of those runs up and then jump on that roof. But no, instead I'm playing in the mud. But once this freezes, you'll never do it. You'll never dig this dirt. It'll be like concrete. So I gotta get it done today, finish it up, and then by tomorrow I'll be back on the building. But just thought I'd show you guys what I'm up to. All those fun jobs in life that gotta get taken care of at some point. Alright guys, hope everybody's having a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.